right. Welcome everybody to our goals for the soul. I didn't want to call it a vision board party because that's been done. I really want you to get soulful. That's my word for 2021, by the way, is I want to be more soulful. So I thought, let's do some goals for the soul, things that are going to light us up for the 12 months to come and beyond. You're going to have some long-term goals that come out today as well. But I'm Christine Drummond and I love vision boards. I love finding pictures that represent the life that I want to live, or that represent the things that I would love to achieve in life. And we're going to have some fun today. We're going to get a little bit creative. We're going to have a lot of laughs. There may be some tears. I don't know. But for me and for so many of you on this call that are watching this recording, I think, we're coming to, like, today's the last day here in Australia for 2020. And for me, one of the things that I've had to learn this year is to let go. Even just saying that, takes away a lot of pressure and you feel so much lighter. Just let go. It's a letting go. It's a release. It's forgiveness. It's trust. It's all those things that you've popped in the chat there. Okay. So what I want today is I want you to set an intention. Write it down, whack it in the chat. What is your intention today for creating this vision board, for creating this vision for your future? What's your intention? Let's get really clear on our intention. What are we hoping this vision board or this process is going to allow us to do? So just take a moment to write that down. So I want to get really clear. And this is one of the, there's really only 3 main steps for creating a vision board, or what I'm calling a soulful board. This is going to be my soulful board this year. And the first step is just getting really crystal clear on your intention and what it is that you actually want to create. Okay. And if anyone wants to share it, please feel free to share it in the chat. Kerry's saying to visually represent what I want for my future. I love that. Nikita's saying clarity and out of my head onto paper. Yes. Who's like Nikita and knows what they want to do and they keep it all up here, but they don't actually write it down or visualize it, spend the time. So today is all about creating space. It's all about creating new energy. It's all about getting rid of and letting go of the things that we can't control, and then redirecting our focus towards the things that are actually going to make us feel fulfilled. Yeah. I'm not about chasing happiness. I'm more about chasing fulfillment. And I feel like when we get really clear on what it is that we would love to achieve, then that's when the fulfillment can go to that sort of next level. So Fleur's saying, get clear on what my business will look like at the end to see exactly who I will be, how I will be showing up, and the person I want to be this year. I love that. Staying focused and taking action, to speak into my future, clarity and out of my head and taking the steps and being more visionary in 2021 and getting my own home. I love that. These are amazing. These are amazing. I really, really love that. So there's a couple of things that I want you to realize over the next 12 months. These are kind of like my predictions. 2021 is going to be a lot like 2020, right? We've still got a lot of you on this call right now that are still in lockdown. You still can't have large gatherings. Some of you can't even leave your homes. So I want you to think about, over the next 12 months, I think it was last year I had Maldives on our vision board. We were supposed to be in the Maldives this year. It's not featuring on my board for the next 12 months, okay? Because I'm kind of like, well, if it's going to be more the same as of 2020, then probably travel is not going to be a big priority. Overseas travel, we're probably not going to be able to do it, okay? So just get really realistic with some of the goals over the next 12 months with the prediction of what this year is going to be like, okay? So Beck's saying she wants to be more consistent in all aspects of her life. Kerry said she had Vietnam on hers. Yeah, it's been an interesting year. And a lot of people just want to see the end of it. But 2021 it's going to bring more of the same. So there's no point just trying to, shoo 2020 on and give it the middle finger and swear and curse at it. No. I bet if you listed all the amazing things that still happened this year, you would be blown away by all the bits of growth, the lessons, the little things that you achieved. So I want you to take a moment, this next minute right now, it's about reflection. And I want you to just make a little list on some of the highlights for you this year that you either achieved or that you were part of. So just take a little moment. Was there something new that you learned? Was there something major that you did? So I'm going to give you a minute just to write down, what are some things in 2020 that you're proud of, that you achieved, that you were part of? What did you do for the first time? So I'll give you a bit of an example. So for me this year, I rollerbladed a marathon in Perth. I rollerbladed a marathon in Melbourne. I started to learn the saxophone. What else was there? Oh, I had my list. It's not in front of me right now, but I just kept going, wow, I've actually done so many things this year. You know, when you actually look back, it was actually a pretty amazing year. Yep, so Fleur's saying she still went to Europe for a year, but it was just super different. Absolutely. All right, so for those of you that are just jumping on late, what we're doing is just taking a moment to make a list of all the things that we feel like we've achieved in 2020. The highlights. What were the highlights for you in 2020? Just take a moment to think about that. Nikita's saying personal growth. She found her vision and love for life. I love that, Nikita. So important. I'm going to put this on gallery view so I can see all your beautiful faces. Welcome to those who have just jumped on late. We're just taking a moment to write down the highlights for 2020. What did you achieve? What were you part of? What are you proud of? Oh my gosh. So you wrote and published your first book. Marilis. Is it Marilis? Marilis. Started a podcast. Amazing. This is so awesome. I bet you 5 years ago, if someone said to you, Fleur, you're going to start your own podcast, you would have been like, I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm the host on 2 podcasts, and yeah, it's crazy, but it's fun. It's fun. All right. So while you're finishing that, a cookbook. Amazing, Kerry. So she wrote and self-published a cookbook. That's incredible. Incredible. Okay, so we've spoken about our intention. Okay, we've spoken about the highlights. Cynthia's saying she grew the nonprofit she works for and served over 1,000 fire survivors. Oh my gosh, that is amazing, amazing, amazing. Fantastic. And I honestly believe like that's the shortcut to fulfillment right there. When you're serving and contributing and you're helping other people, that's when you feel fulfilled. Would you agree? When you feel, I definitely know that I'm at my best when I'm contributing. Absolutely. All right. So what I'd love to sort of chat to you about is we need to start getting clear on our goals. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to go through like a bit of a goal setting process right now. And then I'm going to show you a bit of a Feng shui way to set out your vision board. Because Feng Shui is all about harmony and balance, right? And we want to make sure that our vision is set up in a way on our board that is congruent with what we want and with who we are and the energy that we want to create, okay? So we're going to do that in a moment. Oh, hang on. There's people in the waiting room, I think. Okay. So, Bron's saying, oh, hang on. I missed a few here. Got really clear on my priorities and values in life and took a bold step into the business. Amazing. Hiked the Tongariro crossing, bought 2 units, sold a house, moved back to the beach, learned to sit in loneliness and discover my self-value. That's beautiful, Bron. Justine saying, I got a new high-paying job, started a business during COVID and really stepped out of my comfort zone, put me first and started saying no to others. Oh my gosh, who feels like they need to do that a little bit more? Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about goals for a minute. Okay, there's going to be different areas that I would love you to focus on in regards to your goals. Okay, so the first one I want you to focus on is your health. Okay, what are three or four, I guess, what are 3 or 4 goals that you would love to achieve in 2021 in regards to your health? So just take a moment to write those down. In regards to, this is not your fitness, so fitness is going to come separately, but in regards to your well-being, okay, to your health, what would you love? Maybe you can only think of one thing right now. Maybe you can think of 2. Maybe you can think of 5. But at the end of 2021, you want to look back and go, oh my gosh, that's what I wanted for my health and I've achieved it. So what would you love? What would you love for your health and well-being? Just write a couple of things down. So lose weight and buy the little black dress and look amazing. Oh, I like that. I like that. So you got to get specific though. Can't just say lose weight. How much weight do you need to lose? Okay, get specific with these. And you need to find a picture of the little black dress or the one that looks like the one that you want. Okay, so get really specific, but jot this down, and then when we, link this up to the vision board, we can get a little bit more specific. So the next thing I want you to think about is your fitness, your physical. What would you love to achieve physically? Is it a certain physique? Is it increased strength? Is it tone? Is it clearer skin? Is it, going from a wheelchair to walking? I don't know. Like, what do you want to achieve physically? In this physical body, this physical form, this vessel that we're carrying through this human experience. What would you love to achieve for this vessel? And then the third category I would love you to think about is wealth and prosperity. So what would you love to achieve in regards to wealth and prosperity? What are some financial goals you would love to tick off? Would you love to be completely debt-free or pay off the credit cards? Or would you love to, attract $50,000 into your savings? Like, what's your wealth and prosperity goals for 2021? And hopefully you've been thinking about these over the course of the last few days or weeks leading up to this. And maybe you didn't achieve your financial goals this year in 2020, and maybe they're going to have to come back in 2021. Is it to get more financially organized? Is that what you need to do? Because let me tell you, if your finances are not organized, you are blocking yourself from attracting more abundance. So just think about that. Some of your financial goals. What would you like to achieve? Maybe one of your financial goals is to buy your first dream house. Maybe you want to invest in gold. Maybe you want to make a killing in the share market. I don't know. The next thing I want you to think about is love and relationships. What would you love to achieve in 2021 in regards to love and relationships? And I want you to include yourself in this area, your self-love. The relationship with yourself is the most important one. So what are you going to do in 2021 to really honor yourself? Creating space, time for you. When can you be away in, like Bron did, sit in silence, get out in nature on your own, away from all the noise and distractions of everyday life? So love and relationships. Maybe you want a more intimate relationship. Maybe you're single and you want to attract Mr. or Mrs. Right, and again, you've got to be specific. What do they look like? What color eyes do they have? Hair? What do they do for work? So love and relationships. Maybe you've lost yourself a little bit and you need to practice some more self-love. So maybe you're going to, add some meditation or something in there, or some self-love rituals. The next area we're going to focus on is travel. Travel is a tricky one in 2021. It's not a lot of places we're going to be able to travel. However, we can virtually travel anywhere we like. So maybe you will do a virtual tour. These are popping up everywhere, by the way, virtual tours. You can go and do a virtual tour of a country or a landmark that you would love to visit, before you actually physically get there. Okay, so what would you love to achieve in regards to travel? Justine's just describing her perfect partner with brown hair, in the army, 6 foot tall, drop dead sexy. I love it. Then you won't be alive to enjoy it because you drop dead. You've dropped dead from it. Okay, so the next one is career. Career, what do you want to achieve in regards to your career in 2021? What would you love to achieve in regards to your career? Yes, Marilise, get back over here, girlfriend. Yeah, do a virtual tour of the UK. Absolutely. What are some career goals that you'd love to achieve in 2021? Maybe you want to speak on stages. Maybe you want to hit a milestone within your business. Marilise, I bet you're feeling like you're in limbo at the moment. Stuck. All right, career. Okay, let's move on to knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge and wisdom, personal growth. What would you love to achieve in regards to wisdom? Any books you'd love to read? Anyone you'd love to follow or meet? I know I had Eric Warray on my vision board and I wanted to meet him, and he came to Australia about 18 months ago, I think, 2 years, for a GoPro event, and I got to walk next to him on the beach and ask him all these amazing questions, which was awesome. And then I got to go to America last year, and when I was shaking his hand, I said, I'm going to be speaking on your stage one day, Eric. And he was like, okay, all right. So to actually meet him physically, that was my first thing. And now to speak on the GoPro stage is my next thing. So yeah. Tony Robbins, yep, Eric Warray. I had Simon Chan on there as well 2 years ago. And then last year, it was last year, I got to be the MC for Simon Chan's No BS, No Hype event that was over here. So it works. These things work. So maybe in regards to, knowledge, wisdom, career, like maybe there's certain people in your profession that you want to meet, or that you'd love to, be part of what they're doing. So yeah. So knowledge, wisdom, maybe there's some books or podcasts or courses you would love to do. The next one is, I want you to think about family and foundation. So family and foundation, what would you love to achieve in regards to family and foundation? Maybe you don't have a family, but maybe foundation for you is the inspiring space around you. Maybe foundation for you is connection with certain people, certain groups. So what would you love to achieve in regards to family and foundation? And the next one I want you to think about is spiritual health. What would you love to achieve in regards to spiritual health or faith, whatever you'd like to call this one? Is there something you'd love to achieve in regards to your faith, your religion, your spiritual health? Maybe you'd like to explore different religions. I don't know. And then the next one is illumination and reputation. So these kind of come together. So illumination and reputation is more about who do you need to become, and the impact, I guess, is how I read into that one. How do you want to illuminate? How are you going to illuminate in 2021? And what reputation do you want to uphold? What's your brand? Like, what would you love to achieve around illumination, reputation, impact, all those kind of things? Maybe it's that you want to master some of the social media platforms. Maybe you want a certain amount of following so that you can make a greater impact. And have I left any off? The last one is creativity and children. I'm not sure why they link those two together, but creativity and children, it's like unleashing that inner child. How are you going to get more creative in 2021? Where are you your most creative? You at your most creative when you're in the kitchen cooking, or when you're painting, or if you like Bron, I see her get creative in her dancing. Maybe your creativity is through social media. Maybe that's what helps you unleash your creativeness. So creativity and children is the next one, and that's the last one we're going to focus on. But I just want to give you, I've got this goal driver blueprint that Keith Abraham came up with, and it's 100 goals for the soul. Has anyone seen this before? It's a free resource. You can get it off his website. But basically, it's 100 lifetime dreams, basically, 100 lifetime goals. It's really cool. Give me a show of hands. Who's got a partner? Husband, wife, partner? Yeah, so it's really interesting. If you fill it in, get your partner to fill it in, come together, see where you've got the common goals, do those together, and the other ones feel free to do on your own without them, because you want to have your own values and goals as well. Does that make sense? And it's really interesting to see what your partner's goals are as well, their lifetime goals. Now, Keith says that after 5 years, I think he said that you will have ticked off 75% of these. So 75 out of the 100 you will have ticked off. So he's been doing this for years and years and years. He's got all the research data behind it. So this is the power of goal setting. And we're going to help you match up the pictures with these goals today. Okay. So hopefully by the end of the day, you'll have some sort of vision board that is going to represent what it is that you want in life for the next 12 months and beyond. But I just want to go through some of the questions so that if you need this recording, you want to watch it back, you have a guide for what you should be focusing on. So number one is health milestones. So there's 25 questions, and he asks you to write down four milestones for each one. So the first one is 4 health milestones you would like to reach. 4 health milestones. The second one is 4 goals you have achieved in the past you would like to achieve again. Oh, thanks, Gina. She whacked a link in there. Okay, so I want to just stop on this one for a moment, okay? So 4 goals you have achieved in the past that you would like to achieve again. And I remember Fleur made a comment earlier, in the chat, and what's been happening, not just for me, but a lot of the people that I work with, is we keep comparing our results today to our past results. People get disappointed because they haven't moved further along, or they feel stuck, or they had the success and then it's kind of gone away. But I'm here to tell you that just because you haven't achieved something does not make it impossible to achieve, okay? And if someone else has done it, then you can absolutely do it too, okay? Because we don't see or hear that little voice that is in your head. We don't see the doubt, the fear, the limiting beliefs. When we look at each of you, when I look at each of you, I see untapped potential. So you need to start looking at yourselves through the eyes of somebody else. Okay, because we are our worst critic. Would you agree? We nitpick, we beat ourselves up. We've got to stop doing that. Okay, so yes, what are a few things that you've achieved in the past that you would love to achieve again? I know one of mine was 100 Club. For those of you that know what that means, we achieved that in the past. I'd love to achieve it again next year, if possible. If I can speed up the process, that would be amazing. So what is it for you? Okay, and we've got to stop living in the past. It's sometimes it's our lack of, or what we didn't achieve, that keeps us stuck in that comfort zone. And we know that nothing grows there. So we want to make sure that we are absolutely letting go of the past, wiping the slate clean, refocusing, moving our energy to more positive thoughts. And we're going to talk a little bit about mantras towards the end of this training. Okay, so the next one is 4 places you would like to live for an extended period of time. Where would you like to live for an extended period of time? Now, I think he says an extended period of time is about a month. So where would you like to live for at least a month? I had Canada on there for all the Canadians on here. Whoop, whoop. Wouldn't mind going to Canada for a month. Airlie Beach, another one. Beautiful. Never been there, but I see everyone's pictures and I'm like, I got to get there. Okay, what are 4 characteristics you would love to develop? 4 characteristics you would love to develop. I had gracefulness, willpower, discipline, organization. Manly Beach, another beautiful place. Oh, Gina got married in Airlie Beach. There you go. Next one, number 5, is what are 4 financial milestones you would like to achieve? Now, remember, these are lifetime dreams. This is not about the next 12 months. So with these ones, you can go a bit deeper. 6 is 4 wonders of the world you would like to experience. What are 4 wonders of the world you would like to experience? I had is it Machu Picchu, Northern Lights, Great Wall of China, Pyramid of Giza. 4 wonders of the world. I actually had to look up the wonders of the world because I'm like, oh, what do you classify as a wonder of the world? So if you need to, go and Google wonders of the world. It will tell you what they are and where they are. Oh, Anne-Marie just got back from Ellie. Yeah, just like that. Which one do I need to say again, Fleur? 4 wonders of the world you'd like to experience. Number 7 is 4 things you would like to own. What are 4 things you would like to own? I had red convertible. I've always wanted a red convertible ever since I was young. I don't know what it is. I just want to drive around in that red thing with the roof down, and yeah, I think it'd be amazing. It's funny, I've got a collection of watches here. I don't know why I wrote that one down. I do like watches, but I don't need a collection. I think I'd been to a JT Fox event and he has a different watch for every day. He's really superstitious. He's got these funny little superstitions. He always wears a gold tie on Sundays. And he has a different watch. So when he travels, he takes his collection of watches. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'd like a collection of watches. Okay, so we've got 4 health milestones, 4 goals you've achieved in the past that you would love to achieve again, 4 places you would love to live for an extended period of time, 4 personal characteristics you would love to develop, 4 financial milestones you would like to achieve, 4 wonders of the world you would like to experience, 4 things you would like to own, and the next one is 4 things you would like to share or teach. What would you love to share or teach? What would you love to share or teach? Number 9 is 4 things you would like to do for other people. What would you like to do for other people? I remember Lauren Lahavre, she went on a charity trip to help people with their hearing. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. I want to go help people in these developing countries and help restore their hearing or their sight or something like that. So what would you like to do for other people? Number 10 is 4 challenges you would like to conquer in your lifetime. What are 4 challenges you would like to conquer? Four challenges. What's a challenge for you? Memory, self-management, discipline. Number 11 is 4 things you would like to create. What would you like to create in your lifetime? What would you like to create? Number 12 is 4 milestones in your business you would like to experience. What would you like to experience in your business? Kokoda Trail. Oh, I love that. Physical, mental discipline. Yep. Memory. Awesome. 4 milestones in your business you would like to experience. Now, the reason we're going through these, guys, is because I want you to start thinking bigger. I want you to start dreaming bigger, okay? I want you to start thinking not just for the next 12 months, but your future down the track. 13 is, what are 4 things you would like to learn? Would you like to learn another language? Would you like to learn how to write a book? A few ladies on here today have learned how to do that and publish them. Would you like to learn how to speed read? That was one of mine. I needed to get through more books. People keep recommending books, and I'm reading 3 at the moment. So I need to learn how to speed read to get through them a bit faster. No worries, Cynthia. Happy New Year, beautiful. Okay, 4 family experiences. What are 4 family experiences you would love to have? Number 15 is 4 hobbies. What are 4 hobbies you would love to do? Would you love to do stand-up paddleboarding? That was mine. Tick. Would you love to learn, I don't know, a new skill? 4 hobbies. Photography, knitting, scrapbooking. What would you love to do? Number 16 is 4 things you want to do just once. What would you love to do just once? Just once in your lifetime. You don't have to do it again. Like maybe climb the Sydney Harbour Bridge or go bungee jumping or jump out of an aeroplane or, I don't know, own a winery. What would you love to do just once? Travel the world. And then 4 things you'd love to do in your own country. What would you love to do in your own country? And then number 18 is 4 things you would like to build. What would you like to build? That's awesome, Emma. Emma's saying this is making me realize how much I've done already. It feels so good. We forget. And I'm going to remind me to come back to that because I'm going to teach you a really cool trick that you can start from day 1 of the year. And then it's a really good practice to get into when you tick these things off on your vision board. So 4 things you would like to build. What would you like to build? A cubby house for your kids, an online brand, a healthy investment portfolio. What would you like to build? After hobbies was what would you like to do just once? 4 things you would like to do just once, and then 4 things you would like to do in your own country. Awesome. Then we're up to 4 things you would like to build. And then 19 is 4 countries you would like to visit. What are 4 countries you would like to visit? And the next one is 4 things you would like to do for your community. What would you like to do for your community? Would you like to volunteer? Would you like to help raise money? Would you like to connect and bring people together? Would you like to support local businesses, shop local? What would you like to do for your community? 4 things. And then 21 is 4 sporting events you would love to attend. What are 4 sporting events? I think I had State of Origin Grand Final and Essendon AFL Grand Final. I'm not sure if that's going to happen in the next few years. Hopefully in my lifetime. I had Wimbledon and the Melbourne Cup. But I don't know about the Melbourne Cup. I'm a bit against hitting the horses. I'm not sure how I feel about going there now. Jess is saying she's getting so fired up by this growing list. She's feeling so inspired. I love that. Ash is saying he's done a lot of the sporting stuff. Very good. Number 22 is 4 concerts you would like to attend. What are 4 concerts you would love to attend? 4 concerts. And then 4 things you would like to design. What are 4 things you would love to design? Maybe you would like to design a clothing range or swimwear or jewelry or glasses or homes. What would you like to design? Yes, midnight oil. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, good. Kerry's going to go see them in March. Amazing. Justine's got pink. Yeah, I'd love to see pink. After 4 things for community, it was 4 sporting events. The 4 sporting events. And then 4 concerts you would love to see or attend. And then 4 things you would love to design. We've got 2 to go. So 4 cultural events. What are 4 cultural events you would like to attend or experience? So I had here Sydney, New Year's Eve in Sydney. I think it'd be pretty cool. I'd love to go just for laughs in Montreal. You know how they have the big comedy festival? I'd love to go to that. Or a Rio Carnival in Brazil. That'd be pretty cool. Or maybe an Oktoberfest in Munich. Drink a lot of beer. Hey? There is a replay, Jess. Yes, there will be a replay of this. And the last one, number 25, what are 4 cities you would like to explore? 4 cities. New York, Paris, Melbourne, India, Venice. India is not a city. What's the city I had there? I don't know how to say it. Your diaper? Venice. Like, what are 4 cities you would like to explore? Maybe you'd love to come to Albury-Wodonga and explore our city. It's pretty good. All right. So I'm glad that's getting you fired up. What was 12 and 13? Okay, 12 and 13. 12 was 4 milestones in your business.
Venice is amazing.
Oh, you've been there. Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, we did a gondola ride and everything.
Oh, beautiful. That's amazing. All right. So let me just run through these again. We had health. We had things that we'd already achieved. We had places you would love to live for an extended period of time. We had 4 personal characteristics. 5 was financial milestones. 6 was wonders of the world. 7 was 4 things you would like to own. 8 was 4 things you would like to teach or share. 9 was 4 things you would like to do for other people. 10 was 4 challenges you want to conquer. 11 was 4 things you would like to create. 12 was 4 milestones in your business you would like to experience. 13 was 4 things you would like to learn. 14 was 4 family experiences. 15 was 4 hobbies. 16 was things you'd like to do just once. 17 was 4 things you'd like to do in your own country. What did I say? 17. 18 was 4 things you'd like to build. 19 was 4 countries you would like to visit. 20 was 4 things you'd like to do for your community. 21 was 4 sporting events. 22 was concerts. 23 was something you'd like to design. 24 was cultural events. And 25 was 4 cities you would love to explore. All right, so with our remaining time, we've done the intention, right? That's the first part of the vision board, is setting the intention, getting clear on what it is you actually want. Then the second thing is we have to gather the supplies. And then the third thing is we need to arrange it on our board in a way that brings harmony and balance, good energy, promotes health, happiness, and abundance. Okay, so that's what I'm going to go into next. And this is following the Feng Shui basics, I guess. Feng Shui is not just, about objects in the home and creating harmony and balance there, but transforming that into your visions and creating it for your future. Okay, so does that sound good to everybody? So I just want to share a couple of things, how to bring more Feng Shui, I guess, into your everyday life. So here's some tips on how to do that before I actually show you the board on where to place things. So some tips are you might remove your shoes before entering your home. And this creates a habit around leaving the stress from external pressures like your work, career, everything. You leave it at the door. You don't bring it inside your home. So maybe that's a new practice you would love to bring into 2021. Yeah. Maybe, you want to declutter. This is the next step to Feng Shui, is decluttering, because clutter is stuck energy. Who's ever done a declutter challenge and they've decluttered their entire house and they feel so much lighter and clearer? Yeah. And they've done studies about this. So if you've got an office space and it is riddled with clutter, that every second, every moment you're in there, you are distracting, because we get so many million pieces of information every second, right? And you're distracting your focus by having all this clutter around you. It's taking your mind away from the area it actually needs to focus. So think about that, about creating that space in your home where there's not too much in there, so that, it's a workspace where you can just go in and get everything done that you need to do. Okay, so decluttering is incredible for Feng Shui and creating more harmony in the home. The next one is removing sad, negative energy from your home. So giving your space the fresh energy needed to attract new opportunities, which is what we call space cleaning. Okay, space cleaning. This might include burning sage or walking through the house while stating words of love and prosperity. So really like opening the doors and the windows, letting the negative energy out, and then walking through your home with beautiful positive mantras, new energy to create new possibility. Bringing in fresh air, greenery, natural light, opening up the windows, doors, blinds to create that new light for energy to flow through. Your home needs to be your sanctuary. Okay, so really creating a space that inspires you, that you're proud to bring people home to.
Part of my business. I might not.
And then choose the colors that bring harmony to you. What colors bring you harmony? Okay, so might be pastels. They're saying avoid too much white, which creates a bit of a cold energy, but definitely getting in those earthy tones, plants, things like that. And they're saying don't put furniture against the walls. And if you do have a desk, don't have your back to the door. If your back is to the door or to the window, if like this is where my window is here in front of my, like behind my computer. So I'm always looking out and I'm inviting abundance, prosperity in. But if I've got my back to the door or to the window, you're blocking off energy. Okay, you're blocking off abundance. So think about how can you rearrange, and sometimes it looks a bit funny to put your desk in a way that's not up against the wall, but it works. Like, trust me on this. It does create a new energy, new space, and you'll find that you're clearer and more creative as well. I totally have my back to the door. I can see Ash has his back to the door too. So sometimes you'll just have to bring your desk out from the wall a little bit, put your chair in behind it so you can see the windows, you can see outside and the doors opening up, towards you rather than behind you. Okay, so just little things like this. These might be little things, little habits, things that you bring into the new year just to create that fresh energy. Okay, so the next thing I want you to think about is, where are things going to go on your board? Okay, and they need to go in a certain order, I guess, to create the abundance and prosperity and everything that you would love to create. So I'd love you to draw a grid on your paper in front of you and put 9 squares, so a 9-square grid. And in the top left-hand corner are going to be all the pictures that represent the things that you wrote down for wealth and prosperity, okay? So anything to do with wealth and prosperity is going to go on the top left-hand corner of your vision board. And then in the middle at the top, this is your illumination and reputation. This is your impact. Okay, that's going to go in the middle up the top. And then in the top right-hand corner is your love and relationships. Okay, so love and relationships, top right. So that's the top row. Okay, so we've got wealth and prosperity, illumination, reputation, love and relationships. If you want to know why it's in this order, just Google it. There's so much information around the Feng Shui vision boards and why things are in a certain place. Moving down to the second row, we've got family and foundation on the left, family and foundation on the left. And then we've got spiritual health and well-being in the middle. Spiritual health and well-being. So all those health goals, well-being goals you wrote down, your spiritual health goes in there. And then the creativity in children is on the right-hand side in that middle section, okay? So family and foundation, spiritual health and well-being, creativity in children. And then on the bottom row, we've got knowledge, wisdom, your personal growth is down here. We've got career in the middle down the bottom, careers in the middle. And then we've got travel in the bottom right corner, okay? So when you're going to find all your pictures that represent the things that you wrote down today, and I'm going to hopefully you'll go away now and you'll find the pictures that represent. Let's say you find a picture of the physique that you like and you want to get your body toned or fit or the 6-pack abs or whatever. Don't just take that picture out of the magazine and whack it on your board. You actually need to put your face on the person's body, okay? Otherwise, you're going to block that, okay? So your face, wherever there's a face or your children's faces. So if you find a picture of a family at Disneyland, And that's like one of your things that you'd love to do. Put your children's faces, yours, your partner's face, as the faces. Okay, so I really want you to visualize, like put as much of you in the pictures as you can. Okay, so for me, a few years ago, I found this picture of an old Queenslander house. We've always wanted an old Queenslander house, right, on the beach. And we were living at Mermaid Beach. And we're like, where are we ever going to find an old Queenslander house? Like there's just none along this beach anywhere. And then someone in Nobby's Beach knocked down a 12-unit building and built an old Queenslander house that nearly matches the house that I had on my vision board. It looks nearly identical, right? So I would jog down every morning. That was part of my ritual. I would sit out the front of this house. I would visualize myself in it. And I've taken selfies. And now that vision sits next to the other house on my vision board. Like they're both side by side. Yeah. Does that make sense? So if you can put yourself, if there's a house or, somewhere, if you can put yourself in the actual picture, it's going to help the visualization process. It's going to help the attraction process become so much stronger. Okay. Now you also need to start attaching feelings. Okay. Start attaching feelings to some of these things. So don't just go and find pictures in magazines or print them off the internet or wherever and just whack them up. Okay. What I would love you to do, what is top middle? Top middle is illumination and reputation. So that's kind of like your impact. Bottom left, bottom left, knowledge and wisdom. Yeah, awesome. Okay. So what I would love you to do, and let me just, because we can't just create a vision board and then expect that it's all going to come true. Okay. There has to be some sort of action in there. Okay. So the trick to achieving whatever you want in life, whatever goal you want, you just apply this simple formula. So you have the thought. This works with absolutely everything. If you want a new car, new man, new house, new phone, you have to apply this process, okay? So you've had the thought. The thought is, you've written some down today. I would love to go to the Maldives. Your thought is, I would love to get my wealth organized. Maybe your thought is, I'd love to learn to play an instrument. Like you've had the thoughts. So the goals that you've written down were the thoughts. Okay, and then you turn those thoughts into ideas. This is where you start to go, okay, so I want to go to the Maldives. Now you start building ideas. Well, this is where the specifically comes in. So you want to be specific. I can never say that word when I need to. Be specific, okay? So how am I going to get to the Maldives? Well, I have to book the flights. Yeah, I have to book dates, blah, blah, blah. So you start to get more specific. Then the next step, and this is the most important step, you need to attach the emotions, okay? How is it going to feel when you land in the Maldives and you see that water for the first time, or you stay in one of those huts over the water? How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel when you become an NMD? How are you going to feel when you reach that financial goal? What are you going to feel? Are you going to feel pride, gratitude, happiness, fulfillment? Start attaching the emotions. So every picture that you get, guys, before you put it on your vision board, ask yourself, how is this going to make me feel when I achieve this? Visualize it. Use all your senses: sight, sound, touch, smell, taste. What can you hear? When you achieve that goal, what will you be hearing? Will you be hearing the crowd cheering? Will you be hearing your, I did this when my family have never been to the snow. And last year I took them to the snow for the first time, but I did this process and I visualized the emotions. Oh my gosh, their bright eyes touching snow for the first time, squealing with laughter, throwing snowballs. And that's exactly what happened. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it, because when you go to things with a beginner's mind and you experience things for the first time again through that beginner's mind, oh my gosh, your world just opens up. You see things differently. So attach the emotions to it. How are you going to feel when you finally get in that dream house? When you finally have that loving relationship, that intimate relationship, okay? So all those goals you've written down that you're going to get a picture for, every single picture you put up before you pin it to your board, you're going to attach some emotions to it. And then guess what? Because you already know how it's going to make you feel, guess what you're going to do next? You are going to take the inspired action. You are now so inspired to take the action because you've already attached the emotions to it. And when you do that and you come from gratitude, you're, oh my God, I'm going to feel so much pride when I achieve that. I'm going to be so grateful. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to feel fulfilled. Then you're going to take the inspired action. And guess what happens next? You get the results. That's it. Now, one of my good friends rang me. I think it was like 2 days before Christmas, she rang me. So last week, and she goes, guess what happened? I was like, what? She goes, we won a house. You know those houses that you buy raffle tickets for? She won a flipping house. She's probably going to watch this recording back, so I'm not going to mention who it is. But she won a flipping house, right? And I was like, take me through the process, because she started to have guilt around it. I don't know, we don't deserve it. And I'm like, hang on a second, take me through the process. She said, well, we've been buying tickets for years, and we always talk about what are we going to do when we win one of these homes? What are we going to do? What are we going to do to the garden? What are we going to grow there? What are we going to, she visualized it. She had the thought. She had the ideas. They started to, do the ideas. They attached the emotions to it. Oh my gosh, it's going to be life-changing when it happens. They were so excited about this house that they were going to win. They took the inspired action every year, bought a ticket in the raffle, and then they won the flipping house. And I was like, girlfriend, that's the formula to anything. She's like, wow, this whole manifesting, attracting thing really works. I'm like, yes, all you have to do is follow this. And as long as this part here, the emotions, that's the most important part, because sometimes you don't know the how. The how's not important. It's the emotions and the gratitude. If you can go deep in gratitude, then it's only a matter of time before that event will show up. But you've got to believe. If your stinking thinking comes in, your little limiting beliefs, that little voice in there goes, yeah, I want to achieve that in my career. I want that financial goal. But then the other little voice comes in and goes, nah, that won't happen to you. You don't deserve that. You're not worthy of that. That's for other people. They'll achieve that, not you. Any of that, you're blocking yourself. So you need to have an open mind, okay? Let go of the past and what you have or haven't achieved. Focus on your future. Okay, and tell yourself, start matching up affirmations, which can go on your vision board as well, by the way. Any affirmations that you need that bring inspiration to you. So you can see one in the background there for me. When I started in my career, people kept telling me I was crazy for being part of network marketing. What are you doing? It's a scam. It's a terrible profession. So I had that plaque. The greatest pleasure in life is doing what other people say you cannot do. It was in my kitchen, and every day it fired me up to go, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to prove to myself that I can do this. Okay, so what are some affirmations that fire you up that can go on your vision board as well? Okay, and then your vision board is going to look a little bit like this. Hopefully, and don't feel like you have to over clutter it, right? Don't feel like you have to over clutter it. But this is kind of what it looks like. And I've got some team on here that I want to help and things I want to learn. I've got specific amounts of money that I want coming through each month. So another thing they say too is be careful with what you use to stab into your board. Okay, so anything really metally and industrial, not too great. And if you've got more less career goals and more family relationship goals, then wood, earthy things. So you might use like wooden pegs or string, and more earthy things will go into your bedroom. So you actually hang your vision board in your bedroom. If you have more family, relationship, love, if you've got more of those goals, whack it in your bedroom. If you've got more career, ambition, those kind of things, financial, put it in your office, okay? And you want to put it somewhere where you see it every day. Now, here's my tip, and Lauren taught me this. You can just do it on cardboard if you like. She does hers on cardboard and then she laminates them. And then she puts a sticker every time she achieves it, or her team or someone in her family achieves something. She writes the date on the sticker, which she sticks over the top of the lemonade. What I do, and I haven't done it this year, but every other year, every time I've achieved something on my vision board, it goes in a jar. And then on New Year's Eve, that night, I pull out that jar and holy smokes, it's a good feeling to see all the incredible things you've achieved over the year. It's amazing. It's amazing. And you don't even have to pull it off your vision board. You might just write down, I tick that off on this date and put it in there so you can still see your pretty vision board. But that's a really good practice as well, because otherwise we forget. Look at all the things we forget to celebrate over the course of a year. Would you agree? Like we achieve it and we forget to celebrate because we're so driven and focused on achieving that next thing. Allow yourself the time and space, please, to celebrate any little win. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. Okay? Don't get stuck in the result all the time, because otherwise you're not going to enjoy or appreciate the journey. Okay, learn from my mistake. That was me. I was so driven and caught up on the next thing. I would achieve something, boom, wouldn't celebrate. Off, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? And I got so serious that fun and creativity and playtime went out the window. Okay, so please pick a mantra or a word that you are going to live by for this year. Okay, this new year. What is a mantra or a word? This year for me was forgiveness. And last year, my mantra was how you show up to anything is how you show up to everything. So I really had to show up differently, 2 years ago. So what is your mantra or what is your word you're going to take into 2021? And what is some shit you need to let go of? And those that are in Australia tonight, let go of that shit. Burn it, whatever you need to do. Get rid of it. Don't bring it into the new year, because we've just set some incredible intention and goals, haven't we, for the next 12 months. Who is feeling flippin' excited now that they've got all that down there? Awesome. So that's the end of our call. Now it's up to you to go and find the pictures that represent those goals. And you don't have to do all of them, but pick out the main ones that you would love to achieve in the next 12 months. Okay, this is a 12-month vision board that we're doing today. You can create 90-day ones, you can create 5-year ones, and you can create lifetime ones. But the one that we just worked on is for the next 12 months. So all the things that are in your 12 months, so you may not have your dream home on there if that's a 10-year goal, but all the ones that you want to achieve in the next 12 months. And getting back to the Goal Driver book, I don't know if you can see this, but all those things that are circled are all the things I've already achieved. And I did this 2 years ago. Okay, so there's a power in it when you write things down, when you visualize it, when you attach the emotions. So yes, I love it. So fired up. Yes, Jess. Awesome. Awesome. Emma's already downloaded the book. Amazing. All right, guys, is there any questions before we jump off? Has anyone got anything they would love to add? Any experiences that you'd love to share in regards to the vision boards? Does everyone feel so much clearer now? Yes? Awesome. That's what it is. We need to know what it is that we actually want, and this is such an important process so that you can come into the new year with new clarity, new sense of direction, new energy. If you're carrying any bad energy, leave that at the door tonight, okay? Don't bring it into 2021. Start showing up differently. Start flooding your mind with more positive thoughts, more positive mantras, okay? All right, guys, that's it then. Amazing. Yes, 10 million copies of your book. Good luck. That's incredible. All right, guys, Happy New Year. I love you all. Have the most amazing time with your loved ones. I'll see you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. You're welcome.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Be safe. Have fun.
Bye.